Guys, this build is absolutely must-have for any solo player that wants to clear legendary difficulty in couple seconds, to clear those booty cheeks. Oh, like there is no tomorrow. Changas? Nah, never heard about them. Anyway guys, this build can destroy every goddamn enemy super easy, super quickly. So if you're a lone wolf just like me, this build will be perfect for you. And if you will play in team, oh my goodness, you will apply shenanigans on everybody like yes, they will have more issues than you know who, and this build will easily fulfill your dirty needs. I know what you think. Barbecue chicken, of course. Yeah, this build is at its finest if you want to destroy legendary difficulty, and I'm using pretty dope synergy between my guns and gear set. And of course we have 6 skill tiers, but actually also 3 offensive core attributes and some armor. But I'm using Sleipnir named LMG to stack my Heartbreaker gear set. Why Sleipnir? Because on this bad boy you have perfect frenzy talent. What it will do for you, it will basically increase your rate of fire and weapon damage immediately, and you can apply on it linked laser point attachment that will pulse your enemies, and in that way you can immediately get extra weapon damage and of course armor from Sleipnir. And when the frenzy talent will be proc, there is no tomorrow. For second weapon you have a couple options. You could use capacitor named exotic assault rifle, but I'm using police M4 with Insync. I really love how it works. It's absolutely badass gun. But before we continue, quick word from today's sponsor, Dwing.net. If you don't have time or you don't want to grind, simply, I understand you, these guys that help you. They will get any item you want in super quick way. If you need discount, use my promo code RBDIP and you will have 15% discount on all services, not only on Division 2 items. These guys have been working for many years. They have tons of customer reviews. I would recommend you to check everything by yourself, of course, before purchase. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate, drop your comment down below in comment section or contact the operator, and rest will be the history. But now let's get back to this setup. Yes, I'm using of course Ninja Bike and Heartbreaker combination with some dope weapons and gear sets, but my build is not perfect. I'm still hunting some better pieces, so there is some room for improvement in this one, and of course this build could fit any playstyle. You can switch some attributes here and there to fit your playstyle more. In general guys, if you want to be updated with all the best PvP, PvE builds, hit that like. Let's get 9 likes today, and of course subscribe, my beautiful bastard. Welcome to the family. And this insanity is of course starting at our specialization, and we will use technician because technician specialization will provide us with extra skill tier, linked laser pointer attachment, which will be applied on our name at Sleipnir LMG, extra skill damage, artificial hive. If you want to be lazy player, just use your turret and artificial hive and go watch some movies. Your skills will do the dirty work for you. So, why I'm using Sleipnir? Because on this bad boy you have frenzy talent. On reload you will receive increased fire rate, and this bad boy will shoot super quick, just like Vector, if not faster. And on top of that, as you see, you are stacking really quickly Heartbreaker gear set with this name at LMG, and of course you are getting armor. Look at this shenanigans, boom 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 boom, pam pam pam, easy money man, slapping enemies across the map. So this synergy in my eyes is pretty goddamn dope. Heartbreaker gear set with Sleipnir LMG, you are boosting your LMG damage as well with this gear set, and frenzy perfect. I have to note that perfectly frenzy talent will give us increased fire rate and weapon damage. For second weapon I'm using Police M4 with Insync. I really love how this bad boy works. Insync in general is really nice with your skills. You are getting instantly skill and weapon damage. Well, you could replace this gun maybe with exotic assault rifle capacitor. That would The capacitor would give you 7.5% extra weapon damage with each skill tier and 60% skill damage with full stacks, but again, I think for me Police M4 works a little bit better. I don't have to stack like capacitor. Yeah, you could use test subject, but the subject has slow rate of fire, and I want to keep those stacks alive with my Heartbreaker gear set. Unfortunately, I can't use FAMAS that has the highest rate of fire in assault rifle class, but on FAMAS you can't apply linked laser pointer attachment. Yeah, I need to make those headshots, but my potato aim is kinda terrible, so I need the guarantee spotter activation, and on Police M4 you can apply linked laser pointer attachment. But yeah, if you're good with headshots, then use FAMAS with InSync or maybe Flatline. Flatline would work also with your skills actually. So for the pistol, use whatever pistol you want with Future Perfection or InSync. Two options. For overcharge reasons, use Future Perfection InSync if you will run out of ammo. But those pistols you can swap on the fly, so just keep in your backpack two pistols with those two talents. For the gear, I'm using 3 pieces from Heartbreaker gear set, and Heartbreaker by itself is really nice in PvE. You are getting lots and lots of weapon damage with stacks, but to stack this gear set, unfortunately you have to pulse enemies by headshots or by using skills or by using linked laser pointer attachment. It depends how you want to run this setup. I'm using linked laser pointer attachment on my gun, so just by aiming at enemies I will proc pulse and I will start stacking Heartbreaker gear set. For chest piece though, you have a couple options. I'm using Fenris, although I would rather use Walken and Harris, because in that way I would get 5% weapon damage to both of my guns, to my LMG and assault rifle, and damage to armor, which is multiplicative damage. So yeah, that helps a lot. Yeah, I definitely would use armor, yeah, damage to armor. For talents, you have 3 options. Overwatch works really well if you want skill damage and weapon damage. Spotter is really nice, but like I said, you have to use on Walken and Harris. Glass Cannon is for seasoned players who are living and dying by this game. Yeah, for veterans, for new players, Overwatch will work really well, and Spotter is kinda decent, but it will work only on one target at that time, so you have to work together with your skills. Mark one enemy, kill together with your skills that enemy, switch to the next one, so it's a certain playstyle with Spotter. With Overwatch it's much simpler, just take cover and your skills will receive buff and your gun, so you don't have to pulse anybody, and on top of that you are getting of course buffs to your teammates if you decide to play with somebody else, and again that's a huge buff. For a backpack, I'm using Ninja backpack that allows me to use one less piece to get maximum buffs from Heartbreaker gear set. Of course I'm using Walken and Harris. If I would use Walken and Harris I would get 2 gear set buffs, and from Picaro's name, the holster, I'm getting skill tier as 2-piece brand set bonus, and of course Picaro's holster is giving us extra 15% weapon damage. So Heartbreaker gear set is giving us assault rifle damage and LMG damage. Picaro's holster is giving us extra damage, and I would rather switch of course my chest piece for Walken Harris, and also on my Picaro's holster I need skill damage instead of armor regen. Those 2 switches would make this build even more doper, but anyway, this build absolutely slaps. Bye.